Hi guys, it's Anastasia from Poppy Dream Soap. Tonight we're going to be making tropical tangerine soap with a butterfly swirl. So I've already weighed out my ingredients and I've just pre-mixed my hot lye, which I'm going to add to my hard oils. I'm just going to get the whisk and just stir that in to make sure that all my hard oils have melted. I've also preheated my palm oil in the microwave a little bit because I found that the new supplier that I've just ordered the palm oil from has given me some spots in my soap if I don't preheat it before I add my lye water. I used to get my palm oil from somewhere else and that never used to be an issue, and I think I will be going back to that same supplier. As you can see, I'm just making sure that there's no lumps. Nice and smooth. I'm just going to mix it a little bit longer just to make sure it's all melted before I add my cooled soft oils to mix. This is called the heat transfer method, and I've been doing this method for about a year and it works for me. Although it does mean that sometimes I have to soak at a higher temperature that I would like, which makes some fragrances accelerate. That's just something I have to deal with because I do prefer this method. Okay, so now I'm just going to stir in my soft cooled oils that have been in the fridge. Sorry if I pause and don't talk. This is only my second video and I'm not used to talking while I'm soaping, so I'm just concentrating what I'm doing sometimes and I go off into my own little world. Okay. So as you can see, I've just mixed that in. I'm going to get my hand stick blender and tap a little bit. And because I do soap hot and I do like to swirl my soap, the main thing for me is not to over stick blend my batter. I usually just get it to emulsify before I add my colours and my fragrance in, and if at that stage I need to stick blend it up more, that's when I do it. And I always hand stir my colours and I hand stir my fragrance in. So I will show you the consistency of this. It's actually quite runny. So you can see it's very runny at this stage. Now I'm going to be soaping with a fragrance that I haven't soaped with before. It's called Tropical Tangerine and I don't know how it's going to behave, and it might be that I will have to improvise if it starts to accelerate, rise, even seize on me. So just bear with me while see how we go. Now I'm also going to add a little bit of sodium lactate into my batter. And this is to make it easier to unmold, because I do like to use silicone molds, and today I'll actually be using my clear mold. Okay. And hand stir the sodium lactate in. Also, because I don't know how the fragrance is going to behave, I'm going to put my colours in before I put the fragrance in. I'm going to do that last, just in case it does accelerate on me. I'm just going to add my fragrance. I am keeping my fingers crossed. Okay, so good, so far so good. I'm not seeing rising, which is good. And I'm using it at 5% of my oils. Okay, so it is thickening up the batter a little bit, but just see how fast it does. If I know how a fragrance is going to behave, and I know it is a well-behaved fragrance, I will add it before I add the colours, just to my main batter before I pour it out. Okay, so it's doing well so far. Okay, I think I'm ready to pour. So this is my clear mold. Let me just clean that up. Okay. I'm going to be doing a butterfly swirl. Just want you guys to see that. So it's very fluid. So it hasn't accelerated at all, and it hasn't rised, which is just perfect. Okay. That's the blue. But I'm thinking that my batter is too runny, so I don't want all the colours to run into each other. So I'm actually going to give this one a bit of think the main thing about getting a butterfly swirl for me is getting the right consistency of the butter. Because if it is too runny, I find that the colours tend to run into each other and you don't get that nice definition. Whereas if your batter is too thick, it's a bit harder to swirl it and pour it, which sometimes means you don't get the butterfly in there. You just get nice swirls, but not quite a butterfly. And then we're just going to put this one gently on top because we don't want it to drop too much. Here it is. Just spray it out with some isopropyl alcohol. And I will bring you tomorrow and make another video of the cut.